That right there is the F-16 fleet of the Venezuelan Air Force. Venezuela is preparing for war with the United States. Fox News reports that Venezuela has mobilized its troops and weapons in response to the U.S. naval buildup in the Caribbean. The country is now in full war mode. In a moment, we'll dive deeper into what Colombia's President Petro had to say about this escalating crisis. But first, let's shift gears to the West Bank and Gaza, where the so-called historic peace deal, once touted by Donald Trump, has completely unraveled. Israeli settlers are storming Palestinian towns, Hamas is tightening control in Gaza, and the IDF has already killed over 100 Palestinians. Netanyahu and Smotrich refuse to even acknowledge a two-state solution. There's no ceasefire, and certainly no historic deal. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio expressed concern that violence in the West Bank could spread and derail operations in Gaza. Even Israeli President Herzog and the Chief of Staff have condemned settler attacks. The IDF deployed extra forces, not against Palestinians this time, but to stop settler mobs attacking their own soldiers. Meanwhile, back in the U.S., Donald Trump is spiraling after the release of over 20,000 Epstein emails, made public by Democrats on the House Oversight Committee. These messages reveal disturbing insights about Trump's connections to Epstein and high-level global figures. In one email, Epstein tells former Treasury Secretary Larry Summers, "I've met some bad people. None as bad as Trump." Another message shows Epstein discussing Trump's links with Russian diplomats, writing to Norway's former prime minister about contacting Foreign Minister Lavrov. Epstein even mentions passing insight to Russian officials, possibly compromising Trump ahead of his infamous Helsinki meeting with Putin. And speaking of that meeting, remember when Trump stood beside Putin and refused to condemn Russian election interference? President Putin was extremely strong in his denial, Trump said. That moment still defines his presidency: submissive, compromised, and weak. Now Trump is raging online, claiming the Epstein files are a Democrat hoax meant to distract from the government shutdown. He says only bad or stupid Republicans would fall for it. But the facts speak louder. 1.5 trillion lost due to GOP dysfunction, millions at risk, and a president still ranting about conspiracies. MAGA world itself is fracturing. Hardcore followers are abandoning Trump, calling him a traitor. They're furious that he praised Chinese students as better than Americans, said the U.S. lacks skilled workers, and defended the H-1B visa system. Trump's words shattered his own base. Yet some MAGA influencers, like Dinesh D'Souza, are clinging to blind loyalty. Trump doesn't need us, we need him. Others, like Steve Bannon, frame Trump as an imperfect instrument guided by divine providence. The cult mentality is on full display. Meanwhile, Trump allies like Caroline Leavitt push economic disinformation, citing DoorDash prices as proof that inflation is improving, even though the data shows the opposite. Prices for basic meals are up nearly 4% year over year. Americans can see the truth every time they visit a grocery store. Yet Trump insists Thanksgiving will be 25% cheaper. It's delusion on full display. His administration's continuing resolution, just signed, strips healthcare from 20 million Americans while handing Republican senators $1 million each in bogus injury claims related to special counsel Jack Smith's subpoenas. And still, Trump boasts that gasoline is $2.50 per gallon, another lie detached from reality. Then he promises to give people $2,000 checks and let them buy their own health care, effectively abolishing insurance. But healthcare doesn't work like that. Insurance exists to protect against catastrophic costs, not $2,000 Band-Aids. Trump either doesn't understand or doesn't care. In contrast, systems like Obamacare, though imperfect, ensure coverage for millions. Universal health care, not empty checks, is what Americans deserve. But Trump's plan? It's chaos masked as generosity. Now let's turn to Colombia's President Gustavo Petro. He connected Venezuela's mobilization and the Epstein scandal, claiming that a clan of pedophiles wants to end democracy in Colombia. He accused shadowy networks, the same ones backing Trump's allies, of using war to hide their crimes. Petro asked, "How can Colombians applaud invading their brothers in Venezuela?" His words cut deep, exposing how corruption, violence, and exploitation intertwine in global politics. And finally, we heard from Adelita Grajava, who powerfully condemned MAGA obstructionism in Congress. She said, "What's most concerning is not what this administration has done, but what this body has failed to do: hold Trump accountable." For 50 days, over 800,000 Arizonans have been denied representation because one man abused his power. That is the heart of today's story. A world where power shields the corrupt, while ordinary people are silenced. Venezuela prepares for war. Gaza burns again. The U.S. faces moral collapse as Trump's empire of lies unravels. And yet, truth still has a voice, ours. If you believe in independent journalism, in fearless commentary that exposes corruption from Washington to Caracas, then subscribe now. Help us reach 6 million followers. Hit the like button, share this video, and keep the light of truth alive. Thank you for watching. Stay informed, stay engaged, and remember, democracy dies in silence. Let's make sure it never does.